And welcome back to the channel, survivors. Today we're going to be diving back into the world of Ark Survival Ascended, as we did just get a awesome, and I mean awesome, reveal here on the horizon for Ark. And that official reveal is the Yi Ling. Guys, check out this awesome creature here that is actually set to make its debut for the Aberration map coming up here on September 4th. As obviously, even with this screenshot in the latest community crunch here, they are still holding true to dropping Aberration on September 4th. And it looks like now they are also confirming here that the Yi Ling is also still going to be on track for making its debut. And now with that being said, there's a couple of things to keep in mind here and point out to you that does give us a little bit more insight into its actual abilities. And Wildcard does a pretty good job of, like, you know, not necessarily directly coming out and saying it, but they do use a proper choice of words that sometimes you got to read a little bit in between the lines, but the information is all there, right? So the very first one, obviously, here we've got the part raptor, part rogue, and all sharp edges. Obviously, that's just going to, like I said, further break down the looks or the, the aesthetic appearance. But on top of that, though, it says clinging to walls. So there you go. So obviously, you're going to be able to climb up walls, or at least attach to those walls, right? Very similar to something maybe like the Tapajara, right? How you can, like, attach yourself to the wall, or the Rhino Nava. But check this out. It says dodging attacks or launching volleys of barbed feathers. Now, again, this goes hand in hand with the original submission. They talk about how you can launch, feathers, and then once you collect some or stack up, hit the same target with multiple feathers, you can eventually swoop back in to do devastating attacks by retrieving those feathers. So that's going to be, again, another mirror of what we can expect to see. On top of that, they talk about with a flick of its wings, it can turn the tide with precision. And again, that also goes back here to the original submission of how very agile these creatures are when they are in the air, like when they're gliding. They would have the ability to dodge really, really quick, really, really swiftly, and turn probably like a 360 turn, very similar to like the Ceratosaurus potentially, where you could do like a full 360 with just like a flick of its wings, as the, community crunch suggests. But on top of that, where I was going back to the clinging to walls and climbing, they did mention here this agile assassin doesn't just wing it, it scales walls like it's climbing the pecking order. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, the word scaling, if you're scaling anything in any sort of climbing motion, that's climbing. I think it has the ability to cling to walls. I think it has the ability to shoot a barrage of, razor sharp quills, as it mentions. It's going to have some sort of, devastation or exploding hit based on, those quills or the number of quills hitting your target. It has the ability to climb walls now, very similar to the rock drake. And obviously, like I said, it's very agile with its dodging attacks, and it's going to be very hard potentially to hit, especially with something like a sniper rifle if you're in that situation. And so now, going back to the official dossier we got from Wildcard here, another really cool, unique thing about the Yi Ling relates to what you feed it or what the creature consumes. So check this part out of the dossier. It says, I've seen Yi scarf up the weird mushrooms, the congealed gas balls, and the nameless creatures scurrying around down here. Who knows what effect a diet like that would have on its feathery weaponry. It says, watch what your Yi eats and you just might learn to sharpen its fighting skills. And once again, we can see the inspiration was from the original submission for the community submission event. RRG says the Yi can coat its quills with different substances and poisons, giving it alternative uses. For example, it can coat them with the narcotics or biotoxin to use its feathers as an alternative method to using tranquilizers with a crossbow or a rifle. Furthermore, the amount of torpor scales with melee damage, so it is as effective as high tier crossbows and rifles. Not a joke, like scorpions or patchies. So you can see again here, they've kind of broken down what their version, once again, this is not the official version, but this was the original submission by the original creator. So again, we've got some of the different things. We've got the mushroom spores, the aquatic mushrooms, the plant species Z, propellant, we've got the reaper pheromones, you name it. It looks like like it's going to be a variety of different things we could potentially consume here with our Yi Ling to then just offer different effects and use it for different situations. As I mentioned here, I am very excited to jump into the game here on Aberration on September 4th, get myself a Yi Ling tamed up, make all of the videos and guides related to it, how to tame it, what exactly all of its abilities do, and even things like what you feed it and how it affects its overall effectiveness on those quills. But nevertheless here, that's just my personal excitement. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on all of this stuff down below in the description. Are you guys excited for the Yi Ling and to officially dive into Aberration on September 4th? As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Ark Survival Ascended related. Don't forget to hear the guys that if you want to rent your own official server, I am partnered with Nitrado. So if you guys want to help me out here, utilize that link down below in the description. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one.